Anyway, the phone rang, and that was the attorney's office, public defender. So, long story, not for me. Anyway, so I guess the Democrats are planning on running Hillary Clinton now. That doesn't mean she's going to get it. It just means that she's going to be one of them to run. There's going to be a couple candidates, I believe, but Hillary is a definite. And of course, is Biden going to run? Huh. We're looking at Vic. Do you know if Biden's going to run or not? Anyway, so on NewsMax today, they were running down the Democratic Party like crazy. And I found it amusing. The reason why is because, you look at everything and everybody's calling liberal this and liberal that. And it's like, to me, the liberals are liberal. And the Democrats are Democrats. I'm a Democrat, and I don't consider myself that liberal. And if you saw me in court, you would know why when I'm trying to get things passed. I'm not that liberal. And I've met with and know liberal judges who I have totally disagreed with. I also know that judges are supposed to be middle of the road and not have any favoritism, and have no party affiliation. But they do. No matter how hard they try, they're going to pick a party. They're going to pick a favorite. That's why I think judges need to be voted in. I don't think they should be appointed. I think appointing a judge is probably the biggest mistake we've ever made. In Colorado, you do not have to be a lawyer to become a judge. You can become a judge, especially in your smaller towns, by being voted in by popularity, fairness, whatever the reason is, he's voted in. This one judge in Golden, Colorado, who used to be a county clerk, was voted in as a judge, a family judge. Pretty easy, right? No. He was voted in, and he did divorces as well, and custody trial cases, which were touchy to begin with. Needless to say, some people were losing children that shouldn't have lost their children and given to the other mate, which shouldn't have been. And to be honest with you, kids should have been split right down the middle in this case. I know many cases with this judge. I cannot mention his name. Or the other judge that I had a great big debate with about child molestation and what constitutes giving them a full sentence compared to first offense. If you give a child molester, and I'm not kidding you, a first offense, they've been doing it for a long time. It's not their first time, and it just hadn't been caught. So why are you giving them 6 months, or worse yet, just probation? She was doing both. But the straw that broke the camel's back for me, and she was Democrat, of course, but she wasn't a Democrat on that bench. By the way, she's a full criminal attorney on, off her judicial post, but she cannot practice law as a lawyer until she is released of her duties as a judge. And as a judge, she released a brother who had committed rape, incest against his own sister, and gave him a year and 6 months. And the reason why is because it was his first time, and she really felt sorry for him, and he cried on and on and on. And I confronted her, and I said, he cried. I said, and you let him off on a year and a half. He should have gotten 25 years. He's ruined her life. Plus, he knocked her up. So what are you going to do? We've got to find a home for the baby. She's not going to want to keep that baby. Her parents don't want her to keep that baby. It was really ugly. And the girl, of course, wanted to abort it, and the family said absolutely not. They're hard Catholics on this. And so here was this baby that was on its way. So this judge and I got into it. Not into it, we just debated it pretty hard. Her and I have not spoken since. Because, you go in and you present a bill. You can present the bill. They will say, okay, you need X amount of signatures to get it onto a bill for voting, though. So you present the bill, you come back, and then you get people to volunteer their time to sign. And you need at least 25,000 signatures to even get it on a bill. And depending on what else it is, sometimes up to 250,000 signatures, which is important to get it on the dockets in time for voting time. Yay! So anyway, I left you and an Earl to look over NewsMax and see what they have to say about Hillary Clinton. I'm not saying I'm a Clinton fan, by the way. I'm not. Sometimes when I report on stuff, it is nothing that I definitely believe in. It's something that maybe people would like to read. Maybe they'd like to debate it themselves. I don't know, but it is the season, and for the next couple of years, we're going to be going through some heavy thinking, especially with this new Syria issue and the possibility of Iran. I'm surprised they didn't do Iran before Syria. Syria is one of those things the Jews want to stay out of. Thank Hanukkah, okay? They don't want involved with that, not with the Syrians. They already have enough problems with the Palestinians, so we'll let them have Palestine. And the rest of this is really interesting. So, where do I stand? It doesn't matter where I stand anymore. It's how I research things, and I've never voted full ticket. Sometimes I vote in hopes that one makes the other one gleam back and forth because they're pretty good. And I like the beliefs. So they can be a Martian with a green team, and I'm going to vote Martian with green team because, well, they make sense. So anyway, hope you enjoy, and thank you. It's a Friday dance. Woo, woo. Yeah, right.